The other thing that I wanted to discuss about this was, how is Sean Strickland's cardio? I know he doesn't have that crazy of output. People have talked about that. I understand his fighting style is he kind of puts the pace on them, so it's a little bit easier for him. He can control breathing, and I've seen the stuff you've done with him on Instagram. But how is his cardio so incredible?
I mean, he just spars every day. I think he goes hard in every practice that we have, right? Our Monday practice is probably one of the hardest practices in the game. Like, we do a lot of up-down training, wall work. We'll spar. We'll do this. We'll do that. But every practice that Sean has is hard, is difficult. There's not like a fucking, all right, this one's a 10%er today, or we're not going to go that hard. We're going to drill today, or we're going to do this. Dude, it's balls to the wall every fucking practice. And when he spars the same way. You know, so I think when you look at the cardio element, he's not doing S&C. He's not doing all this crazy exercises. Strength and conditioning. He
don't look like he does that.
He don't do none of that shit, bro. I mean, think he fucking lifts a weight.
Does he swim for cardio?
He spars for cardio.
Are you serious?
He spars, guys. That's all he does, bro.
And that's enough. Is that enough cardio you feel like as his coach? That's enough?
You have to be able to be adaptable to the fighter, right? So, like, I would never want Rampage to fucking spar fight week. Why are we sparring fight week? But this is what keeps him sane, keeps him sharp. It's a vision thing, an eye thing, a sharpness, whatever it may be. So as a coach, you kind of have to be adaptable to the fighter. Okay, Dan Ige is not going to do that, but Sean is. So sometimes you have to learn to color outside the lines. You know?
I don't like his fighting style, but I respect his tenacity and.
But you know what's crazy though? Is like he fights a particular way. Like, sometimes he'll fight not to lose, right? And then he spars completely different. Like, he'll put it together, bro. Like, he's taking people down, he's beating people up on the ground, he's throwing hard shots. I think when you get him in a fight, it becomes a little bit more tactical. Like, he doesn't want to lose the fight. So that was a discussion that I had with him after the Dricus fight. When we were fighting Paulo Costa, I said, look, man, you fought Izzy with nothing to lose. You fought DDP not to lose. I said, I need the motherfucker to fight with nothing to lose. So in between the rounds going into the Paulo Costa fight, I was like, yo, you need to let the dog out and go back to pissing on the fucking floor because you're fighting this dude like a little bitch right now. And he looked right at me. He said, all right, you got it, coach. I'm going to loose on this motherfucker in round 5. And it ended up being a split decision.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I said, well, if he fought Paulo Costa like he did the 5th round, it would have been a lot more exciting.
Smoked him.
Yeah.
What were you saying during the whole fight, Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa?
I thought Sean Strickland looked like he was like one of those Russian soldiers where you know how they be marching when they kick their leg up for the whole goddamn time.
Yeah, Coach Nate at our gym calls him the praying mantis. He's like, you're like a fucking praying mantis.
But I think it throws people's game off. But a lot of people are very vocal about his fighting style. I mean,
that would have frustrated. I'm not gonna lie.
You said it multiple
that
times.
would have frustrated the shit out of me if I'm fighting somebody.
100%.
And why? For the audience at home, we get it. But explain to them why, though. I want them to actually understand. Now that we have a coach, he can kind of dissect it from a fighter standpoint and a coach standpoint.
It would have frustrated the shit out of me because if you count, I don't know, every so many seconds, he's raising that leg up like he's going to check a kick or he's going to kick.
Correct.
You know,
but you understand why we were doing that though, right?
No, I don't know why.
So when Costa started to attack the calf, right, and in the first and second round, he was really digging into the calf. In between those rounds, I told him we have to weaponize the lead leg. And what I mean by that is if we're teeping it, using it as a weapon, it's not going to get kicked. So we'll say march. So it looks like he's kind of marching, right? Like lifting the check.
Wow.
That's what
right. So if we weaponize that lead leg, it can't be a hindrance to us anymore. So we're using that lead leg. And he actually checks calf kicks pretty damn well. But Costa was doing a good job of coming around the lead shoulder. You're right. You have the little Philly shell style. Your shoulders bladed to the inside. Your lead toes pointed to the inside. All you have to do is kind of cut a little bit of angle, and you're going to have a good angle to hit the calf. So we had to change up some stuff in between rounds because of that, and that's why you saw him literally marching.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's his fight. Do what you got to do to win.
Yeah. Adapt and overcome.
Yeah. Me watching as a fan, I was like, fuck this shit. And as a fighter, too, I'm like,
he was screaming at me. Why did we buy this fight?